Best Raspberry Pi Screens, Android Central, 2022. So you've already picked up the best Raspberry Pi kit, but you want to be able to actually see things, so you'll need to find the best Raspberry Pi screen. Then, of course, you'll need to find a display to use regardless of whether you grabbed the Raspberry Pi 4 or even the Raspberry Pi 400. So we've rounded up the best options to give your mini computer display worth using. Super low power, GeekPi 7-inch 1024 by 600 capacitive touchscreen HDMI monitor DIY kit for Raspberry Pi. Staff pick. This 7-inch capacitive display has a 1024 by 600 resolution and connects via HDMI. It also only requires 500 mAh of power for its backlight. There are 2 additional USB ports for you to take advantage of and expand and extend. Plus, you won't have to worry about meddling around with any display drivers and can just plug and play this GeekPi monitor with your Raspberry Pi. $60 at Amazon. Ultimate flexibility. Asus VP28UQG28 monitor 4K UHD 3840 by 2161 millisecond DP-HDMI adaptive sync, FreeSync iCare monitor. Flexibility is the name of the game with a Raspberry Pi, so you'll want the same from a monitor. With the Asus VP28UQG, that's exactly what you're getting. Thanks to the 4K UHD monitor, along with adaptive sync, dual HDMI ports, and a display port. It will also work magnificently if you want to hook it up with UPC and use it for your traditional AAA games instead of relying on your Pi. Go big or go home. SunFounder 13.3-inch Raspberry Pi display gaming monitor for PS4 Raspberry Pi. The SunFounder 13.3-inch Raspberry Pi display is unique, as portable monitors are invaluable pieces of tech. This works with all Raspberry Pi models, but it will also work with your Xbox, PS5, Nintendo Switch, and even your PC if you need it to. The IPS panel provides a 1920x1080 resolution, and SunFounder even includes a couple of USB and HDMI cables in the box. $150 at Amazon. From the source. Raspberry Pi 7 touchscreen display 800 by 480 portable display. Raspberry Pi has made a 7-inch touchscreen display of its own and sports a resolution of 800 by 480 and multi-touch support. There are just 2 connections needed to make from the display to the Raspberry Pi board for easy installation. Raspberry Pi also includes an adapter board that will take care of the power, signal conversion, and touch input. Plug and play. Use CTRONICS 5-inch touchscreen for Raspberry Pi 4 800x480 portable capacitive HDMI LCD touchscreen display monitor. It is specifically designed for the Raspberry Pi, so you only need to plug it in, and you're up and running. This multi-touch display works with the 4B, 3B, and 3B, or it can work with your existing computer as an additional monitor. There's a 3.5mm headphone jack and an included micro HDMI adapter so you can get everything up and running quickly. $53 at Amazon. Sounds great. ELECROW 7-inch Raspberry Pi touchscreen monitor 1024 by 600 USB-powered HDMI monitor. This 7-inch display comes with its own stand and has dual speakers, so everything sounds as good as it looks. Not only is it compatible with the Raspberry Pi suite of products, but this display will also work with your computers and gaming consoles. $83 at Amazon. Palm of your hands. John Electron Raspberry Pi 4 touchscreen with case. It's a case with its own 3.5-inch 320 by 480 TFT monitor built into the top. So carry a computer everywhere in the palm of your hand. John Electron also includes a built-in fan to help keep both the Raspberry Pi and monitor cool when in use. $31 at Amazon. Added functionality. UPERFECT 7-inch touchscreen display with case, IPS 178 degrees screen, 1024x600. This 7-inch IPS display from UPERFECT features a 1024 by 600 resolution and a built-in stand on the back of the casing. There are an array of USB ports on the side, an Ethernet jack, HDMI, USB-C, and the DC power adapter. UPERFECT has taken every step to make this as versatile as possible, including making it possible to be mounted with a VISA mounter just on the wall. $102 at Amazon. All you need, Mieze Raspberry Pi 4 touchscreen with case. This 4-inch LCD from Mieze gives you easy access to all your ports while the display is mounted on top. The monitor itself supports a resolution up to 800 by 480, which is likely way too high for a display this small, but the refresh rate comes in at 60 FPS, which is still pretty nifty. $44 at Amazon. Add a display with the best Raspberry Pi screens. After you've picked up one of the best Raspberry Pi kits, the next move is to secure a great screen. And the Raspberry Pi is no slouch when it comes to video. With the current model supporting dual 4K monitors, it has the power to drive just about any screen. While you're home, you can use a larger monitor or television, but for something more portable, we like the GeekPi 7-inch Raspberry Pi display. If you need a small display for your Raspberry Pi and don't feel like working through setup files or carrying a special high-powered charger to run it, you'll love it too. Those wanting to push the limits of their Raspberry Pi will want to check out the Asus VP28UQG. This display features up to a 4K UHD resolution, 2 HDMI ports, and a single DisplayPort, along with Asus iCare technology to keep your eyes from getting too strained when you're staring at the screen for too long. While this doubles as the best Raspberry monitor, it will also work perfectly if you want to hook it up to your PC thanks to the AMD FreeSync support. We may earn a commission for purchases using our links. Learn more. Pro Protection Perfection. Pro stands for protection with these Google Pixel 6 Pro cases. If you're looking for Google Pixel 6 Pro cases, we've rounded up the best of the best for the new phone. Check them out. Plus Ultra Protection. Secure your supersized Galaxy S22 Ultra with these awesome cases. The Galaxy S22 Ultra will get software updates for the next 4 years, but the only way the phone itself will last that long is if you protect it. Bring on the functionality and flair with these Galaxy S22 Ultra cases. Save your Samsung from shattering. Your Galaxy S22 deserves the best cases ever, and they're right here. While the boxier edges make the Galaxy S22 easier to hold, you'll need a case for maximum grip and impact protection. From clear to colorful, from thin to heavy duty, these are the cream of the Galaxy S22 case crop.